Minister, there is a lot of hurt and anger in the country at the moment. Many disabled people and their carers feel forgotten and abandoned by the government and indeed by the referendum. The proposed amendment only gives recognition to care within the family. The Social Democrats attempted to amend this wording to include care in the community to ensure the state has an explicit obligation to provide it. But the government rejected our amendment and guillotined the legislation. Despite this, the Social Democrats have opted to support both amendments because ultimately we've been left with a choice between leaving misogynistic language in the Constitution or replacing it with language that is an improvement but should have gone so much further. The new wording is better than the old, and unfortunately, that is all we have an opportunity to vote on. I know that there are people who disagree and are hurt by our decision, and I want to acknowledge that. And I want to tell those people that I'm listening. Because disabled people are rightly asking questions of the government and of the opposition. They want to know what their rights mean to us and how we intend to vindicate them. For years, the state has failed to do the very basics for 22% of the population. This state neglect is ruining people's lives. Is it any wonder that the proposed wording of the new amendment makes it feel like people's rights are being further disregarded? Because constitutional recognition means something. It means something for lone parents who will be recognised as families. It means something for carers whose work would finally be acknowledged, and it would mean something for disabled people to have their rights recognised too. But the government refused to do that. So what will you do to improve the rights of disabled people in Ireland? Because you don't need a referendum to do that. You could act today. You could ratify the optional protocol of the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. In 2018, the government ratified the convention, but for 6 years has refused to sign the part which means the government can be held to account for failing to allow people to exercise their rights. It is disgraceful. Is it any wonder people don't trust the government when it comes to disability rights? People have a right to more than platitudes and empty promises. Ratifying the optional protocol is something you could do now, and it could be transformative. Minister, last week the Taoiseach told me it is his intention to ratify the optional protocol within this government's lifetime. So you only have a maximum of 12 months to do that. Minister, when is the government going to ratify the optional protocol? We need you to name the date.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much. I do want to acknowledge the support that you and the Social Democrats are offering to referenda and to changes within our Constitution that you acknowledge and we're making the case for too, will represent a very important improvement on the current wording within our Constitution and will take an important step, we believe, towards having a Constitution that is in line with the values and with the reality of modern Ireland. In relation to the specific question that you've put to me, in relation to the signing of the additional and optional protocol, the Taoiseach did indeed outline last week the commitment that he and in particular Minister O'Gorman has to the signing of this protocol during the term of this government. And that means now it's very important that we do continue with our efforts to get ready to sign this very important protocol, and one that we acknowledge will be very, very important to those with disabilities within our country and to their carers. In relation to where the process currently stands at the moment, we had originally planned to progress ratification of the original protocol after the conclusion of our first progress review within the existing convention. That wasn't possible, I understand, because the UN's own cycle of reviews were delayed post-COVID, and the government has already indicated, and I want to do so again here today, an openness to earlier ratification. Work is continuing to get us ready for that point. In August of last year, the Department of Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth commissioned external legal counsel to scope out the kind of legal reform and change that is needed to allow for Ireland signing up to the optional protocol and to look at what domestic remedies and processes need to be in place to allow those to vindicate their rights when this protocol is in place. I know that the Department of Children will receive the scoping report in relation to this very, very shortly. And then after that, Minister O'Gorman intends to bring a memorandum to Government. And by memorandum, I mean a proposal regarding how we can move this forward, outlining the kind of changes that are needed and how we will look to secure all of this and make this change within the time frame that I've already outlined.
Minister, the simple fact of the matter is that it's within the Government's power to address the issues faced by disabled people or people with disabilities. So you don't need a referendum to fully staff the Children's Disability Network teams. You don't need a referendum to provide more personal assistance hours. You don't need a referendum to replace the transport schemes that Fine Gael scrapped over a decade ago. And you don't need a referendum to ratify the optional protocol. And every year when we come in here for the budget, I go straight to the section of the budget on disability. And year after year, there's no meaningful attempt to address the disgraceful and shameful absence of the provision of the bare minimum of services for disabled people. And Minister, I'm sure you've heard that expression, the show me your budget and I'll tell you my priorities. And it's very clear that disability services are not prioritised. And ratifying the optional protocol would be a clear signal of intention for a step change in the direction of this and successive governments in relation to disability services. So Ireland was the last country to ratify the convention, the last country in Europe. And 6 years after that, 4 years into this term of government, you're saying we're going to do it in this term. You've 12 months left and you're talking about reports and all of these things. Minister, are we any closer to the answer to my original question? Can you name the date?
But I'm making very clear the commitment that the Government has to do it inside its current mandate. We're making that very, very clear. And what I'm not going to do in response to what is a sensitive and important question is outline a date that the Government, in the process of dealing with what will be a sensitive matter, finds out then that we can't deliver. We are committed to doing it. The Taoiseach, Minister O'Gorman, myself are emphasising the aim that we have to doing that. But as you say yourself, it's not just in a referendum, it's not just in changing in our constitution, it's not even just by the ratification of this protocol that we can show the values and show the commitment that we have to making a difference to supporting those with disabilities. And it is the reason why in Budget 2025, in that budget alone, there was a further €205 million made available to support those with disabilities, to support the services that we know need to be in place for them. It's the reason why, for example, disability and all the health services around it have now been moved into a new government department to give it the focus that it needs and deserves, and building on work that is already done. And it's the reason why now the government has an action plan to support those with disabilities, to ensure the additional funding that is being made available in this and other budgets translates into improved supports and improved services. So we are committed to doing that, and in addition to reaffirm what Minister O'Gorman and the Taoiseach has already said, that in the months ahead we are committed to moving ahead with this protocol.
Thank you very much.